Hey everybody, TacticAngel here, back on the PlayStation 4, playing some World of Warships Legends. Today we'll be doing a replay. I will be on Land of Fire. Here I am in HMS Nelson. I'll go ahead and put my commander up on the screen so you can see everything about my build. You will notice, compared to my review of this, I am using the damage control module in slot 2, which is actually the one I prefer. Other than that, everything else is the same. So the way that we're going to start out this game is I'm going to start rolling out towards the middle of the map. Considering how slow the Nelson is, probably a good idea not to try to play the flank like too hard, but I mean, you can do it, and in some places it makes sense. In this case, I just kind of want to get myself a little bit of cover before I get spotted. It looks like I have been spotted. It looks like I've left myself fairly broadside against this Warspite. I'm going to toss some HE his direction, see if I can't get him on fire. And then I'm going to duck behind this island for a second. Now, I do like to start on HE with this, and I will shoot HE fairly liberally in this boat because, of course, it does work on everything. It's not always the best choice, but it does work on everything. And particularly early in the game, I want to try to get some shots in on these annoying little boats that shoot torpedoes at you. There you see we punish the Mayhan pretty significantly. Somebody finishes him off, which is great, because that's one less scary DD floating around my big, beautiful battleship. But as you notice, and as I'm starting to notice, particularly when I see that Colorado, I've got most of the enemy team over here. I've got two guys who can essentially help me fend this off. And really, this is what I think the Nelson is really good at, and that is wasting people's time. And some would say I'm pretty good at wasting people's time. So it's no wonder I like this ship. I put some more shells. Obviously, I'm kind of splitting my fire. I mostly want to burn down that Warspite, but since I can't get my third turret into play against the Warspite right now without giving myself up in terms of an angle, I'm shooting that third gun at the Colorado. That's going to change, obviously, because we've got this other Mayhan. He's moving up, and I don't think that my destroyer is going to be able to help me too much. We do knock out a torpedo tube. That's really nice. Obviously, he still has some torpedoes left because there they are. But we're gonna see if we can't deal with this guy ourselves, because it's gonna be hard for our destroyer to help. There you saw some of the tragedy of the non-dispersion build, and you'll see plenty of disappointing shots. We don't quite navigate the reverse torpedo beats perfectly. Eat one off the bow. It doesn't hurt us too bad. We are going to start healing that damage back, and we'll probably end up being just about the healthiest battleship over here, in spite of there being about 4 ships trying to deal with me right now. And then, of course, I do have some backup. I still have that Icarus. Now we're choosing between our Warspite and the Colorado. The Colorado doesn't appear to be on fire, so we'll go ahead and throw some shells out there. Obviously, he catches on fire immediately upon my shot, so I don't know. I choose to believe that they set their own ship on fire rather than giving me the satisfaction. But it's actually that cruiser in the middle who's a little overexposed. Now, he is going to take some shots for me, which I guess you might consider to be good, but I am a better ship for them to be shooting at. just because I can weather this damage. We got the Warspite burning again. Obviously, all of this is healable by the Warspite, but there's a limit on how much he's going to be able to heal over time, just because there's that cooldown. So right now it looks like we're pretty vastly outstripping his ability to actually heal back the damage. Now, I'm switching over to AP. Part of that's because he was broadside when I was considering that. The other part, I wanted to see how those shells would perform against the front of the Warspite, and just tragic dispersion. And then with our number 3 turret, we managed to actually hit the Warspite finally, and his turret just eats it up. So disappointing. Obviously, those 15-inch guns should be able to get through a lot of the front of his ship, but not getting a lot of luck on the hits. We're switching back over to HE, because that's really what I probably should have been shooting at him anyway once he started to nose in towards me. Now, obviously, you can see that cruiser is getting a little bit more brave, or affectionate, because it looks like they're about to kiss. Some physics problems there, but hilarious. Yep. I had a feeling there was something bad about to happen to me. Now, I am going to try to speed up as much as I can, so I have the speed to maneuver. I hit that damage repair because I'm going to need every hit point that I can get. Obviously, this spread is a little too tight and a little too close for me to dodge all of them. I take half. Not great. Not great. But we're still, 15k, 10k. It's going down pretty quick. But I need to get away from that guy. Thankfully, one of our teammates does take care of him. I send some more love towards the Nuremberg. He's out of the game. Now you'll see what it's like to shoot AP at the side of an American battleship. He is presenting about a 30-degree angle to me, so not perfect, but as you can see, against the side of American battleships, these guns don't exactly perform all that great. I found basically the same thing with German battleships, but there are some other ships you can do a decent amount of damage to. I'm aiming upper belt there, still on AP. Probably a bad idea. Oh my. Well, the only thing to do here is just hold your breath, because I've got 160 hit points, so anybody with a decent secondary battery would have been able to take me out. We do manage to pop that last heal. Obviously, I'm not getting the maximum amount of mileage out of these heals, but the fact that I have 3 of them and that they are so powerful, we're back up to 12k. I'll take that. Now we're down to 9k, so whatever. We're riding the HP roller coaster. We're full speed ahead. Obviously, I need to get that island between my boat and those other boats. Just keep shooting at me. I'm hoping to get some decent hits in here on the Lyon. He's actually not as well angled as he appears to be if you look at the minimap. Kind of unfortunate, but we do manage to earn a Confederate. We're up to 95k. 95k is pretty respectable. Obviously, I've probably taken more than 95k in terms of damage. At this point, when I lose a turret, it's not even all that surprising. Bane, if you're out there, I did see that island coming. This is what I mean by an intentional beaching. Now we got that Mutsu. he is presenting a pretty good angle to me. Japanese ships, not quite as well armored. We managed to land a citadel finally. And with this angle, you see I'm able to bounce just about everything. Other than wasting people's time, though, in terms of something to shoot at, I'm down to just one turret functioning right now. So, mostly I'm target practice. And still wasting enemy shots that could have been put into my ally ships. So, I'm still contributing. I'm not sure it's anything I get any points for, but we're helping the team out. In the end, we managed to get up to 122,000, which is actually a pretty respectable game, considering just how likely most ships would be to get deleted in the early parts of a game like this, with 5 ships charging down one side against 3. We add a little bit more to our damage total there. It looks like this game is in its final moments. Whatever happens from here on out, we know that we've helped our team secure the win, mostly because we kept calm, we carried on. There you saw at the very, very end the dreadnought pop up. Like I said, dreadnoughts, they are fairly common in this ship if you manage to live to the end of the game. Here we're looking at the totals. We do 131,000 damage, get a Confederate, high caliber, whole bunch of other goodness. Only 3,000 XP game, but I like this one because the Nelson did what it does very well. And we take home about 500,000 credits. You can do the math depending on what your situation is in terms of premium and other boosters to see what you might have earned in a similar game. In any case, I hope you enjoyed this second little look at the Nelson. I'll see you guys on the next one.